Hey everyone, welcome back to DomiNationsTV. My name is Adam. It has been a long time since I've said that, man. Thanks guys so much for sticking around on the channel. I just looked the other day, up to like 700 subscribers, and it's been such a long time since I've been posting consistently. Um, so I wanted to thank you for sticking around and wanting more content, because that's the only reason you'd be subscribed. Wouldn't be surprised if some of you guys aren't active anymore, if you don't play the game anymore, because there's been a lot of changes lately, and I'm going to talk to you guys about two things today. First, the changes that have happened. I won't touch on that too deep at all. And then we're going to go a little bit in depth on the museum. Okay? Because that is the new most important building in the game, if you didn't know, if you're living under a rock. But let's jump into it. So, first things first, a little bit of a background story. I've been really busy. I graduated college. I moved to Dallas, Texas. I was relocated for my first job out of school. I got a fantastic gig down here. Loving Texas. Happy. Good life. Everything's gravy, man. Um, got the new iPhone XS Max, which was a nice upgrade from the iPhone 7 Plus. I'll say that. Loving it, loving it, loving it. So you will notice that the aspect ratio of DomiNations, of course, has not been updated. I believe it's the same thing on like the Note 9 and stuff like that. They're very slow, I guess. I doubt they'll ever even fix this stupid aspect ratio. I'm over it already. I got used to it in like 2 days. Anywho, a lot of changes lately in the game. A lot of people upset. Big buffs to defense. Big buffs to defense. Big buffs to general, or big buffs to planes, big buffs to factory troops. The new meta is defense, because it's so dang strong right now. And for offense, your new meta is going to be the heavy tanks. All top players virtually are using heavy tanks. If you're a Brit, man, I feel so sorry for you. The rifles and Howie and APC mix ain't gonna work no more. Not on top bases, not with three defensive coalitions, no way. So if you're looking for an offensive strategy, heavy tanks, Germans, get the research done in the university, get the research done in the university. I'm working on it now. I didn't do any before. I'm still in like the first two frickin' stages, but even by themselves are very strong, and Germans get 15% more DPS on that, as you guys know. So yeah, that's that. They canceled stage 5 because of the rebalance changes. There was supposed to be 5. They canceled the last one because of the community kind of outcries. Everyone was very upset and very loud about their discontent. So the devs came out and said, no, we're not going to buff the walls by 30%, and we're not gonna do that to you guys. So a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel there. They just came out also recently and said that they will be buffing offense soon. They're still kind of analyzing the data, if you will. Who knows what that means, but expect some changes coming here soon as well. Some more changes. Yeah, so defense is super strong. My base probably looks a lot different than the last time you saw it. Really been going hard. All I have left is readouts, that little depot over there, and garrisons, which I probably will never do, to keep my war ranks somewhere lower than it needs to be. Yeah, so that's what I've been up to. That's that. Defense is king now, and it's really strong, tough, really hard to take out top defensive bases with 3D. But let's jump into the bread and butter of the video, guys. The museum. So everything you need to know about the museum. Here's a little bit of in-depth. Mine isn't maxed yet. It's a little loud. Mine isn't maxed. It's got one more level to go, but I don't know when I'll get to that. I'm in the university. Just spent like 50,000 crowns on Sultan. He's at like 85 out of 100, so Hold the Gates is coming soon. Heck yeah. Museum. Okay. The new system that's been brought into the game that everyone demanded they would quit if it ever happened is that museum benefits and perks, or whatever you want to call them, artifacts, have been brought to war. So now there's a separate layer of the museum that is just for your war artifacts, and now there's that level of RNG random number generator, aka just randomness and chance and luck implemented into war now, which is a big bummer. I mean, it is what it is, and you know, despite your opinions or what you think, I mean, if you're watching this video, you probably haven't quit, so you just kind of have to suck it up. Fortunately, I had like 50,000 fragments saved up because I wasn't touching my multiplayer fragments and trying to like max them out for months and months and months, and I didn't craft anything, and I was just saving for no reason. And then they dropped the World War introduction to the museum, and I lucked out because I had like 50k saved, so I got to crafting, man. So fragments are really important now. They're as important as like oil, for example. I mean, even kind of like as important as crowns, if you will. There's two ways to get fragments, and that is, so the museum kind of works like a farm or a caravan where it, you know, produces fragments passively. And then you can actively gain fragments by getting victories in multiplayer battles. So I've raided more in the past like 2 weeks than I have in like the past 6 months. Like hands down, there's no question. No question, man. I literally have. I'm not exaggerating. I've been raiding a lot, just trying to farm some fragments because crafting is so addictive. So let's get into it. What I have, so that's the museum, guys. That's the museum. There's like 5 or 6. There's 6 levels. Each time you upgrade the museum, you get production per hour, so you're going to be producing more fragments, and then your maximum capacity also increases, and you unlock more of the exhibits, which allow you to use your artifacts. So yeah, get your museum maxed for your age. That way you can equip as many artifacts as you can, because your artifacts are what's going to be giving you bonuses and perks in war. Yeah, if you're a new player, you're welcome. To you guys that actually know what you're doing, I'm so sorry that we took so long to finally get into this, but gotta account for all players. Okay, so main hall. These are going to be your these are going to be your benefits that are active in multiplayer. I'm not going to talk about these. This is what I have. If you care to look, pause the video. Yeah, that's what I have. I guess they're probably decent. They're pretty good. I mean, I kind of focus on resources because it's multiplayer. That's what you raid for, is resources. But anywho, World War is now king. Well, it's always been king, but this side of the museum is king. How do I want to do this? Let's see. So, Luger pistol. I'm gonna run real quick through these, like real quick. Luger pistol. Bomb. Heavy tank hit points that are invading my base. Minus 16% from this. I'm going to be maxing this out. This is a rare artifact. I'm thrilled to have this super lucky roll here, and yeah, I'm pumped about this one. This one will be maxed eventually. I don't think that I'm going to get anything too much better than this. You know what I mean? Like with the meta on offense being heavy tanks, and my goal being defense. Obviously, I want to counter that offensive meta of heavy tanks, so I think that kind of speaks for itself. This is an awesome artifact. If you guys get one like this, freaking keep it, man. And look at that, another one. So that brings my invading heavy tanks that are attacking me now have 22% less HP just for hitting me. So that's the trench knife, brings it to 22%. Now this one needs to be replaced. Absolute trash. This one, okay, I got this the other day. I'm having trouble finding good war armor artifacts. Yeah, hopefully I get some bomb ones though, because that'd be sweet. But yeah, general's hit points, 6%. I mean, it's good enough to have equipped, but that will be replaced. Next, all defensive tower hit points, plus 10, plus 10. Bangin'. I'll talk about that more in a minute. So, hit points, damage. Sweet. Defender damage. Sweet. Defender spawn time. Sweet. You'll notice that some of them, the bomb ones, are invested into much more heavily. The ones that have like a good benefit, I'm probably going to keep it like halfway. But the thought process there is like, this game, going to be playing it for a long time going forward, and there's going to be a crap ton more crafting and more artifacts every freaking day, and at any moment you could get something better. So I'm keeping these kind of like half for now because, like I said, at any moment I could roll one that's, twice as good. It could have, you know, the first two perks being all defensive tower damage plus 6, you know what I mean? So those ones I'm just kind of keeping like halfway. Don't want to invest too much into them unless I know I'm going to keep them for the long run, like this one and like this one. So looking at everything tallied up, first, all defensive tower damage plus 10. That's pretty good. Defender damage plus 9, pretty good. The next two need to be replaced, and the next two need to be replaced. But then all defensive tower hit points plus 20%. Now let's touch on that. I saw a tweet by BHG or DomiNations, whoever, and all defensive tower hit points, the keyword being all, refers to every single defensive building except for your garrisons, your tank depots, your rocket arsenal, and your bunkers. So unless it's a spawning building, that won't apply. But the defensive tower hit points I learned applies to, everything. The fort, the stronghold, your catapults, your anti-tank guns, your towers, your missile silo, your air defense, everything. That's fire, man. And the cake on top, or the icing on top of the cake, is that it applies to your freaking town center. It applies to your town center. I don't know why. You'd think that would only be the case with Japanese because their town center shoots back, so it's kind of like a tower. But yeah, so that's going to apply to your town center. So if your town center is 100,000 hit points, now you're looking at, another 20k on top of that. Pretty cool. General hit points needs to be probably swapped. Maybe I'll bring it to 10. I don't know. And then the last one, invading heavy tank hit points, is, yeah, awesome. So I'm really happy with these benefits that I've got from my artifacts. Some people in my alliance have been getting lucky too. Mostly just the people that were stagnant and had 50,000 fragments to spend and just go on a crafting spree. But for people that didn't have a bunch saved up, they're kind of in a different boat where they're kind of struggling and kind of wishing that they had more, of course, and they, get an awesome fragment or awesome artifact. So some people are doing great, some people are kind of struggling, and it's just going to come with time. Be patient. You will eventually get one good one, and once you get one really good one, like, it just all kind of comes from, it all follows suit. Like, so just kind of, just be patient. Wait for your first, top tier artifact to get rolled, and that'll be an awesome day for you, man. So that's that, and I'm curious, so I'm glad I didn't forget this, but somebody told me, and I'd love for someone to fact check this, and comment please if this is the case. So someone told me that, of course, hold the gates gives you, your defenders spawn 25% faster. And then if you look at like the fifth one down, defender spawn time, minus 7%, right? So like that would add on top of hold the gates, for example, right? But point being, someone told me that even if like your defender spawn time in your museum is at like, let's say you got it all the way to like 20%, regardless of like how high you get it, I was told that Nexon implemented like a, what's it called? Like a hard limit on the spawn times for tank depots. The absolute minimum that they can be at for that bottom value is 10 seconds, which, praise them for doing that, putting that safeguard into the game, because imagine if, these crazy like top tier Asian alliances that spend $1 zillion on this game, like every time there's a new update, they max it out. Like a new leader in the university, it's maxed that night. The big elephant spenders in this game, going up against them, if they didn't implement this little cap on defender spawn time, these guys would probably have it down to like 2 seconds, man. So yeah, someone fact check that. Is that true that they did take the wave times and like put a limit to 10 seconds on them? Let me know. I am curious. And also let me know if like you guys have some bomb artifacts too. I don't know, they're fun, man. Like, brag about it. Let me know. I want to hear what you guys are rocking with. Obviously, prioritize if you're defensive ones, offensive ones. That's a no-brainer. But yeah, guys, hey, stay posted. I will try to keep making some more videos when I find the time. Let me know if there's certain topics that you want covered, because I really don't know like who my main audience is, if you guys are more new players or advanced players. So let me know what you want to hear about. I'd be happy to make videos on anything, even if they're just like a couple minutes long, just giving you a quick answer on something, no problem. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for, sticking with me. It's been a long time, and appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Hope you liked the video. Sorry if it was a little bit long-winded, but like I said, I try to cater to all audience members, so that's that. Alright, guys, take care. I'll see you next time.